Hello, dear viewers. As you know, some journeys begin in the cinema halls with not cameras but with ideas. For Farouq Abdul-Aziz, film critic, writer, and director, film was never just entertainment, it was a bridge. From the early days of film clubs in Egypt and Kuwait to producing international works that connected cultures, his career reflects a life built on passion for storytelling and collaboration. This is your daily program Beyond Pictures, where film becomes not only art but a dialogue across nations. Stay tuned. Welcome back, dear viewers, after this short break. And now join me to welcome Mr. Farouq Abdul-Aziz on Beyond Pictures so we can talk about pictures. Welcome to the show.
It's lovely to be here.
Well, it's our pleasure. So we are limited in time, so let's shoot.
Okay.
We're going to talk now about film clubs in Egypt and Kuwait. How did they started and where they are going, especially
Right.
today?
Right. The first film club ever, this history, was formed in Egypt in 1923.
Okay.
As early as 1923, there was a majalla, like a magazine called صور متحركة Moving Pictures. So they started a little film club there on those days. And then the film club was reinvigorated, the film club idea, in the 50s, in 1956, and then it moved on to until now. They still have the film club. Of course, it's expanded
Yes.
in a very impressive way. I joined the Cairo Film Club in 1971. And since then, I have been participating. I was concentrated, and I was specialized in bringing films from the Eastern Bloc, like Bulgaria, like Romania, like all this, and the Soviet Union of those days. And I was specialized in this. So everybody counted on me to bring those films in connection with the culture attachés
Yes.
in Cairo. And then I moved on to television, where I had a show called Film Archives, and presented films there from all walks of life, and it was quite successful. And then when I moved to Kuwait, I started producing the Cine Club in 1979, October 1979, until it continued until 92. And then I went back to television in 2001, 2002.
Yes.
This is the film club thing.
Okay. Now, do you think that with the expansion of social media and, let's say, the development in cinema, do you think that film clubs would return, especially these days? Or
No, I mean, film clubs are always needed because people need to learn about film appreciation.
yes.
And in order to bring the tastes of the people a little bit higher
Yes.
than the usual, I think you need a film club,
Yeah,
because the film club focuses on extinguished experiences. Distinguished experiences and notary film experiences to show them and discuss them and learn about them and educate and all that sort of thing.
Well, also to set the standards, because as you said, we need to raise awareness or to raise the standards and, let's say, taste of the
Yes,
viewers and
that's right.
audience.
Yes.
Especially now that everyone is a critic,
Yeah.
and we have a lot of platforms
Yeah,
producing
that's right.
so much films.
No, yeah, they're still needed.
Yeah,
still
they are
needed.
still needed to
Yeah.
also to direct, let's
Yeah.
say, production companies to what we need, not what they want us to see.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. So
Well-
we need somebody who knows to select the material.
Exactly. So we're going to take a break right now, and then we're going to talk about international production, because I know that this is your domain and your, let's say, your experience
Yes.
in that field.
Yes.
So please stay tuned after this short break. We're going to talk about international production with Mr. Farouq Abdul-Aziz. Welcome back, dear viewers, after this short break. And with Mr. Farouq Abdul-Aziz, we're going to talk about international production, as we know that there are too many landmarks and we have too much global collaboration right now. So tell me about your experience in that field.
My experience started internationally with the British actress and the activist Vanessa Redgrave. She won the Oscars in 1978 for the film Julia, for playing the supporting role in the film Julia, titled Julia, in 1977. And after the Oscars, I called her to congratulate her because I interviewed her in Baghdad in same year, in March, for Baghdad Television. So, and she said, yeah, where are you? I said, in Paris. Yeah, come over to London. So I went, on the plane, I decided to produce a film with her, introducing Vanessa and her struggle for justice, especially for the Palestinians.
Yes.
And she was so specialized about the Palestinians and all that. But anyway, she also demonstrated on the tripartite aggression on Egypt in 1956. So she's an activist, also pro the movement against the Vietnam War and all this. So I said, okay, let me produce a documentary. So I wrote the main points for the documentary. I went there. I stayed for about 20 days, 25 days in her place, digging in her archives, reading about her, getting photos, blah, blah, blah. And then we were ready to produce it. And we finished the film in 1980 in cooperation with the BBC.
Wow.
And BBC, anyway, declined later to show it. They said she is an extremist and we don't...
Yeah, they don't want
think
the legal
it's
issues.
because of Palestine and all that. I think this is the main reason. But they said any material that you got from us is a gift for you, but
do whatever you want,
we will not show it. So we did the film over 2 years because of her engagements in shooting in US, here and there.
Yeah.
So anyway, this was my first international production, and I called it Vanessa. She called it Vanessa Talks with Farouq Abdul-Aziz. And in her memoirs, in the book, she mentioned that. She said that this is a very important documentary in my life. This is the only documentary she had anyway.
Yeah.
And then I moved on to produce with the NHK, Japanese television. I produced the international version of the Silk Road series.
Wow.
It's about 18 hours. And of course, I'm a writer, additional writer, researcher, director of the international version, the English version, because I anglicized it.
Yes.
Because there was Japanese. And they sent me a translation which is so poor. So I did it in pure English, and then it was shown on the BBC, it was on a History Channel, this was shown in ZDF and and everywhere, and in Kuwait actually. It was shown in Kuwait with Arabic subtitles. So then I moved to Canada to produce an international series called The Muslim Mind. It's about the clash of the Muslim values against the Western values, not in terms of moral, not in terms of politics and the misconceptions of Muslim culture versus the Western culture.
Yes.
And we did very good about that, actually, because we had some international personalities as guests, and I was an executive producer on this series. Amazing. And my other projects as well, I produced in France a series about one doctor called Maurice Bucaille, who was a gastroenterologist. But in the meantime, he was interested very much in Islam and Islamic indications, especially the scientific indications of the Quran and all that sort of thing. So I produced two documentaries about that. And these were shown in Chicago, a film festival specifically for films of that caliber.
Yes.
And we have shown that in 1912. And I moved on to the international arena. Now I have a project that will also take me to several countries. It's about Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam, Muhammad the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, and this will take me about 16 countries there too. Wow. Now we are planning to move on early next year, inshallah.
Yeah, so next year, inshallah, you will move to production. Well, Mr. Farouq, you have an amazing career and a lifetime of experience. We are honored to have such figure. You are in our show, and
thank you.
It's our pleasure. And also, I need to learn more from you because I'm also studying directing and production. So you will be like my mentor. And I will be
It'll be my
pleased
pleasure.
and I will be honored to have a mentor such you.
It'll be my pleasure.
Well, once again, thank you for joining us on Beyond Pictures, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you also, my dear viewers, for joining us, and until tomorrow, enjoy your day.